Share. Share via email post to your profile. Send share. Share via email post to your profile report story. Oh man, this is going to be boring. Denki declared as he and his classmates enter Heights Alliance. I know, right? We haven't even spent half a month in Naboo Island, it's so unfair. Hagakure complained, putting her bag aside to sit at the couch. At least Ua allowed us to spend the rest of our vacation here. Blank, underscore, blank, underscore, blank. Quick flashback. What? Mina exclaimed. Mr. Aizawa, we've only been here for 2 weeks. Kirishima defended. The pros have the villain in custody now, didn't they? Why do we have to go back? Hagakure nodded in disagreement. Probably. I understand your frustrations. However, the recent escape of Toga alerted all heroes, not to mention the public. Aizawa explained. The fact that your class got targeted again is very alarming. All of you may have participated in the recent war, but in the end you are still students. Therefore it's UA's responsibility to keep you all out of harm's way, he added. After what happened to Uraraka and the state of Midoriya, it will be. Nezu interrupted the conversation. Don't worry everyone, you will still have the rest of your vacation. Principal Nezu smiled. It's just that you will have to spend it within the school premises. End of flashback. Blank, underscore, blank, underscore, blank. Ochako, are you alright, Ribbit? Sue asked the silent Ochako, who was way at the back of the class. I'm fine, Sue. It's just. Before she could finish her sentence, she walks towards her classmate. Everyone, Ochako called. I'm sorry. She bowed her head. Huh, what for Uraraka? Sato asked. Yeah, what's the matter? Kirishima also asked, looking pretty clueless. Ochako hid her tears from the class. It's my fault, Mr. Aizawa sent us back. If I wasn't too distracted, I would have never been injured. She remembered Toga's words once again. It's funny how you didn't know I was an imposter. Izuku knew instantly when I pretended to be you. If only I have known the Deku with us was an imposter. IWOU. She clenched her fists in an effort to hold her tears back. Before she can finish her sentence, a hand patted her on the shoulder from behind. It's not your fault, Uraraka. Iida reassured. We were all fooled. It's not your fault. Maybe that just means we all have to be vigilant at times. Class representative is right, Uraraka. It's not your fault or anyone of us, Koda comforted the brunette. Hell, even Bakugo didn't know, and he knows Midoriya since they were kids. He was probably busy being glad he's back, Kirishima teased to try to defuse the situation. What did you say, spiky hair? Do you want to die? Bakugo threatened as he approaches Kirishima with explosion on his hands. Kirishima activates his unbreakable. Hey, I'm just lightening up the mood, man. You don't have to be aggressive. Bakugo suddenly stops to look at the brunette. I didn't know, two round cheeks, we were all fooled by that villain. So stop blaming yourself about it. He proceeds to walk towards Kirishima again. Promoted stories. You'll also like Yagi Izuku more than a quirk. 3.4K 149. This is the second book in a 4-book series. Be sure to check out the first before reading this. Yagi Izuku pushes himself to his limits every day in hope of becoming S. Anti-hero. 26.2K 927. Yaoyorozu Momo, Bakugo Katsuki and Todoroki Shoto are top students and unlikely friends from UA Academy, a school in an alternate Japan that has 80% of its entire populace. The Rising of the Shield Hero of Peace. 37.5K 788. When All Might, formerly the #1 hero in Japan, also known as the symbol of peace, is transported to a world where he is dubbed in Quad, the Shield Hero in Quad, his name. Lunar Night MHAOCS. 14.6K 407. And Quad, my quirk may be dangerous, but I am the killer. And Quad, SS, SS. MHA reacts to Paranormal Liberation War Company. 70.1K 1.8K. Paranormal Liberation War. The event that shook the world of My Hero Academia and turned the entire country of Japan into a lawless land. Many heroes lost their lives in Hikari. Open hollow corner bracket volume 2 Omake's close hollow corner bracket. 4.3K 141. Blank, underscore, blank, and quad. This is the story of how we all became the greatest heroes, end quad. Blank, underscore, blank. Villains and Heroes MHA Fanfic. 26.4K 804. Izuku was a small kid with the ability to take others' quirks and use them for himself or give them to others. But a tragedy strikes and destroys his life in the only pay. Uraraka looked surprised by Bakugo's comment, but it managed to make her smile for a moment. Out of the way, spiky hair, I'm going to my room. We just got here, dude, you sleeping again? Ajiro asked. No, you idiot, I'm unpacking, damn it, he yelled before walking towards the elevator. We're back anyway, might as well make the best of it, he uttered as he walks. The class got confused by Bakugo's statement and looked at one another. Is it just me, or did Bakugo unintentionally become the voice of reason? Sato asked, frightened by what just happened. I know, right, it's weird, Mineta agreed. He's right, you know, Todoroki uttered. We still have our vacation. We should enjoy it while we still can. Okay, what just happened? Todoroki too. Kaminari asked, completely freaking out. Hey, I'm all for it, but you gotta admit it gets kind of boring here sometimes, Kirishima complained. There's nothing to do. Hey Kirishima, there are many things we can do to make things interesting. Mina grinned at him. Huh. Kirishima froze because of Mina's statement. Kirishima, you good? Mina asked. I think I broke him, she thought and giggled. Everyone stared at the pinky and red, feeling a bit awkward. Ojiro saw the flirting again, talking to Hagakure beside him. Wow, we just got home and now look at them. I bet those two will absolutely date before the vacation ends, Ojiro remarked. How about I bet you that they will date in about a week, Toru challenged. Didn't I say that they'll date before the vacation ends? Oh right, how about I bet you that Kirishima and Ashido will date before Todoroki and Momo? What, why bring them into this? Ojiro asked. You know, just to make things interesting, she smiled. Ojiro felt a bit dumbfounded. Sometimes I just don't get you at all. So, what are we betting on, Hagakure? If I win, treat me to a store that serves the most delicious caramel. She cheered. All right, if I win, I'll think about mine first, he grinned. Hey, no fair, what the hell happened on that dance? Sato laughed at the pairs. Hey, Kirashido, Hagajiro, we're still here. Mineta yelled, clearly feeling left out. This lovey-dovey stuff is getting old now. Lovey what? Both pairs were shocked. You're just butthurt because you got no one, Zero teased. Just you wait, Zero, I'll get a girl, you'll see. With your perverted nature. Highly unlikely, man. The whole class laughed at the banter between the classmates. Blank, underscore, blank, underscore, blank. Uraraka. A voice called. Are you alright now? I don't know, Todoroki, I'm still trying to process things after what happened. I see. I'm sorry to cut the chat, but I have to unpack my things now. Sure, if you need someone to talk to us, Shoto reassured. Thanks, Todoroki. She faintly smiled as she walks away from her classmates towards the elevator. Hey Ochako, Mina called. You going somewhere? Midoriya's room perhaps, she teased. The brunette stopped for a moment to respond. I'm a little tired now, so I'm going to my room now. Sorry, Mina. Oh, I see. Mina saw the sadness in her friend's eyes. Hey, if you need someone to talk to, you can talk to us. I know, Mina. Thanks. Blank, underscore, blank, underscore, blank. As she enters her room, she felt her phone vibrate in her pocket. It was Inko calling her from the hospital. Looking at her phone, deciding whether to answer or ignore it, she thought of what Toga said. If I kill you, it'll kill him more. She decided to ignore the call. She laid down to her bed contemplating on the interaction between her and Toga. Izuku knew instantly when I pretended to be you. I want him to suffer. So I'm killing you instead. That'll put him to his misery. All those things he said about being in a relationship, he did it with you, didn't he? Maybe you are his weakness. The more she thought of that encounter, the more she tears up. Is he suffering because of me? She asked herself. Blank, underscore, blank, underscore, blank. Author's note. It'll only get cheesier or cliche from here. I'm planning to focus more on the development of the main couple now, but of course I still plan to dedicate a few chapters for the other ships. It's 31 chapters late, but to anyone who's wondering why I wanted all the ships to be in this story even though it is an izuocha, well, that's because I kind of felt like I wanted to add it to make more interactions amongst the characters. The Class 1A is a huge part of the main couple's lives, so yeah, I tend to add interactions amongst them and create ways to somehow fit the other ships in the narrative. That's all, guys.